Click, which you said you could tell my review just from the way I said the title.
I said we're going to do Click with Adam Sandler. You said yes, and there you go. That is all we need. But a paragraph is fine.
New movie starring Adam Sandler, comedy genius. Everyone loves him. He's very funny. Apparently, I still think the best thing he's done by a long way is Punch Drunk Love, and it bothers me now because of Punch Drunk Love, I kind of every time I think, he might be brilliant again. He might because he's got something. He might hit it. He might just do it, and then he comes with Click. Click is the story of a man who hasn't got enough time in his life to do everything. He hasn't got enough time in his life to do his job and his family stuff. And so at one point he goes off to buy a universal remote control. And the universal remote control is sold to him by Christopher Walken, who is clearly dressed up as the mad professor character out of Back to the Future, with the eye thing and the what's it and the flip on the head. And Christopher Walken sells him a remote control unit that will remotely control everything because it is a universal remote. It will fast forward and pause his real life. Christopher Walken does his usual Christopher Walken performance and is the funniest thing in the film. I mean, every time I hear Christopher Walken, I just hear, Blue Lou Boyle, and you find me in a vendetta kind of mood, and that's what he does. He does that performance, and he wears his trousers way too high up his waist in that very strange manner that he does, and there's a little bit of dancing in it, very little bit of dancing in it, and the rest of it is just a dreary old Adam Sandler comedy. It's a really hackneyed idea. I mean, the remote control running your life is not new. It's been around since videos first, began, and people said, "Oh, that'll work as something for the Twilight Zone or something." And as the movie moves on, it sort of develops a slightly metaphysical side, which is that he keeps fast-forwarding through his life, and then he realises that actually all the stuff that's really important is passing him by. But he can't stop it fast-forwarding. And so he goes, blum, blum, blum. So it kind of becomes It's a Wonderful Life in reverse. It's not a wonderful life. And then you get towards the end and you think, actually, this is going to have a grim ending, but then it doesn't because it's now Adam Sandler comedy, and it has to end up with group hug and everything's fine. And there we go. And I laughed 3 times. I had 3
How many
laughs.
is it 7?
Well, I would say that 5 is an absolute minimum. 5 is a minimum to, so it's way below the minimum. I think really if you pass 7, then it's funny. And that says something about the state of comedy in this country. It says something about the state of comedy in cinema. So it's not funny enough.